So, Rob Tenent with the National Renewable Energy Laboratory. I'm a materials scientist by training, have active research programs in battery materials as well as building materials. Um, our partner company, as we went through this process, was a group named Echromic Technologies, dealing with a dynamic window technology. What that really is just a window that can change its properties based on conditions, time of day, time of year, controls, things along those lines. We'd been working with them actually for a few months before coming into this, and part of that was grown out of the fact that I had had previous experience in this space before. I'd done a semiconductor startup prior to coming to the laboratory, and a lot of my efforts really within the lab were focused on interfacing with these small companies to try and help leverage a lot of what we have in-house to help them out. And that's how the deal with Echromic and Warren Burnett really evolved. Um, I think for me, what was probably the most beneficial because I'd already had the existing relationship with the company,
Yeah.
and had been supporting them in terms of producing data and things along those lines in their fundraising efforts. Um, I've been down this path before, obviously, in a vastly different climate when I think capital was much easier to get your hands on at the time. And things have changed quite a bit in the last 10 or so years. Since I was out actively involved in that myself. And so through this, it actually really helped me to get a much more clear vision of what the company was seeing out there on the ground in terms of the fundraising attempts. In particular, the fact that, I don't think it was very hard once you really saw it put down for you to put the pieces together. But we were working in an extremely material science focused space. I mean, that's what I do. And understanding the differences between now and then. I mean, the impact that the big failures that have occurred within solar is probably the first one to throw out there, have had on the venture community and exactly how averse to early stage materials plays they have become was definitely enlightening from my perspective. So I was not back up to speed with that. Understanding the options that were available there in terms of strategic partner relationships and funding opportunities along those lines was a good insight for us in terms of being able to, again, understand exactly where Echromic was in their fundraising efforts, in how we may be able to maybe change some of the things that we were doing to support them, to help them move in that direction. So I think that the knowledge and experience we gained through the fellows, and again, getting that kind of look behind the curtain that we weren't seeing before when we were strictly within the lab, is a large part of what has enabled us to help him move down that path.